Phrasal verbs are integral to English or even verbal aptitude component, combining verbs with particles, preposition or adverbs to create meanings distinct from individual words. Understanding their types and usage is essential for effective communication. Let us now have a look at the elaboration on various types of phrasal verbs, each accompanied by 5 examples to illustrate their application. Transitive phrasal verbs. This require a direct object to complete their meaning. For example, turn off. She turned off the lights before leaving. Look up. He looked up the word in the dictionary. Put on. She put on her coat as it was cold. Take off. He took off his shoes upon entering the house. Call off. They called off the meeting due to unforeseen circumstances. Intransitive phrasal verbs. These verbs do not require a direct object and can stand alone as complete actions. For example, wake up. He wakes up early every morning. Break down. The car broke down on the highway. Show up. She showed up late to the party. Pass away. His grandfather passed away last year. Run away. The cat ran away when it heard the loud noise. Separable phrasal verbs. In separable phrasal verbs, the object can be placed between the verb and the particle or after the particle. Examples: turn off. She turned off the lights or she turned the lights off. Pick up. He picked up the book or he picked the book up. Put on. She put on her shoes or she put her shoes on. Take off. He took off his jacket or he took his jacket off. Call off. They called off the event or they called the event off. Inseparable phrasal verbs. In inseparable phrasal verbs, the object must follow the particle. The verb and particle cannot be separated. For example, run into. She ran into an old friend at the store. Look after. She looks after her younger siblings. Get over. She finally got over her fear of heights. Come across. I came across a fascinating article yesterday. Look into. The detective will look into the case further. Placement of pronouns in separable phrasal verbs. When using pronouns as objects in separable phrasal verbs, the pronoun is placed between the verb and the particle. Examples: turn off. She turned it off, not she turned off it. Pick up. He picked it up, not he picked up it. Put on. He put them on, not she put on them. Take off. He took it off, not he took off it. Call off. They called it off, not they called off it. Let us now have a look at the multiple meanings. Many phrasal verbs have multiple meanings depending on the context. For example, take off means remove clothing. That is, for example, she took off her hat. Airplane ascending. The plane took off at noon. Break down means stop functioning. The car broke down. Become emotional. The word could be used in other way also. Example, she broke down in tears. Set up means arrange. They set up a meeting. It also means establish. They set up a new company. Give up means surrender. Example, they gave up the fight. It also means quit a habit. Example, she gave up smoking. Run out means deplete supply. We ran out of milk. It also means leave quickly. He ran out of the room. Phrasal verbs are integral to any aptitude exam, often adding nuance and informality to communication. Understanding their appropriate usage, especially concerning formality, redundancy, context, idiomatic meanings, and stress patterns, is essential for effective communication. Below is an elaboration on each aspect accompanied by 5 examples to illustrate their application. Formality levels. Phrasal verbs are prevalent in informal context. In formal writing or speech, substituting them with single word synonyms is advisable to maintain a professional tone. Examples: the meeting was called off is an informal sentence. The meeting was cancelled is a formal sentence. She looked into the matter is informal, whereas she investigated the matter is formal. They put forward a proposal is informal. They proposed a suggestion is formal. He came up with a solution is informal. He devised a solution is formal. Please fill out this room. Please fill out this form is informal. Please complete this form is formal. Using single word synonyms in formal context enhances clarity and professionalism. Next most important thing is to avoid redundancy. Combining phrasal verbs with words that convey the same meaning leads to redundancy. It's essential to use either the phrasal verb or its equivalent, but not both. Example, let's meet up together. The correct sentence is, let's meet up. She stood up to make her speech. Incorrect sentence. Correct sentence is she stood to make a speech. He sat down on the chair is wrong. The correct sentence is he sat on the chair. They combined together to form a team is incorrect. The correct sentence is they combined to form a team. Please return back the book is wrong. The correct sentence is please return the book. Eliminating redundancy ensures sentences are concise and clear. Contextual learning. Understanding phrasal verbs within context aids in grasping their meanings accurately, as their definitions can vary based on usage. She ran into an old friend at the mall is the context. The meaning is she met an old friend unexpectedly. Next example, he gave up smoking last year means he quit smoking. They looked after the neighbor's cat, which means they took care of the cat. The car broke down on the highway, which means the car stopped functioning. She came across a rare book in the store. It means she found a rare book by chance. Learning phrasal verbs in context enhances comprehension and appropriate usage. Non-literal meanings. Many phrasal verbs are idiomatic. Their meanings aren't deducible from the individual words, making them challenging for learners. For example, kick the bucket means to die. Spill the beans is to reveal a secret. Break the ice means to initiate conversation in a social setting. Hit the sack means to go to bed. Let the cat out of the bag means to disclose a secret unintentionally. Recognizing idiomatic expressions is crucial for understanding and effective communication. Stress patterns. In phrasal verbs, the particle often carries the stress, which can alter the meaning or clarity of the expression. For example, she turned off the alarm. This means she deactivated the alarm. He looked up the information. It means he searched for the information. They called off the event means they cancelled the event. She picked out a dress for the party means she selected a dress. He ran into an old friend means he met an old friend unexpectedly. Proper stress placement is essential for conveying the correct meaning in spoken English or even in informal communication. Understanding these aspects of phrasal verbs enhances both written and spoken English, leading to more effective and nuanced communication.